Now, hybrid mode is a term we've obviously said a lot, especially on PlayStation. We want our flat games to have VR modes, right? But sometimes it just doesn't work. And for Dreams of Another, I would say this is a prime example of a game that, sure, you can play in first-person VR, but it doesn't really add anything. And in fact, it kind of affects your enjoyment of the game. And I'm going to try and explain it as best I can. So this game is full of loading screens and full of cutscenes, which wouldn't be too bad. I mean, the cutscenes are in 3D, but there's no sense of agency in this game at all. It was so hard to want to just stay awake and pay attention to anything that's going on, because none of the game just lands with me. I just don't really understand what's going on. It's full of very sad and depressed people, I think, trying to tell some weird story, and even the shooting, the idea of destruction being creation, is just boring. It's just so insanely boring. I can't describe it any other way. Played about an hour and 10 minutes and I had to give up, which is a real shame because I was really looking forward to this. I honestly can't play anymore. For any of you that are interested in this, graphically, I think it looks okay. It's nothing special. It looks all right, like the resolution. I couldn't tell you if it's reprojected or not. I think it is reprojected, but it looks fine outside of like when you're in the menus. The menus look a bit rubbish. They look a bit low resolution, lots of aliasing going on. And the cutscenes, the dreaded cutscenes, are in 3D. So I'm glad they've made certain steps to making this more acceptable for a reason to play this game in a headset. There's got to be a reason that you want to put a headset on to play a game versus sitting on a couch and holding a controller. But everything else in this game is so insanely boring for me as a gamer, and obviously everyone's different, and I don't expect everyone to feel the same, but none of this. You see some moles dying. I don't know if you're meant to care about the moles dying now and again. You shoot teacups, you shoot cities or towns, it takes forever, and then for no reason now and again you just leave a level and you just look at a white screen for ages, then you're somewhere else and you rinse and repeat and do it again. And then sometimes, and I think it's like the game trying to be a bit edgy, to make you think, oh, what's going on? It sends you back to the start menu screen. So you click start again and then you're on the next level. And overall, it's been really painful. Just painful to experience. There is headset rumble. There is haptics. There's no manual reloading. At least I could find. The gun just reloads itself. You have like an SMG with 100 bullets. You get grenades, but you only get one or two. And after you've thrown the first two, you get one back now and again. And they don't add up either. So I got one grenade from doing something. I couldn't really figure out what I did. You give this guy who's scared of shooting people things you find. He loves wedding rings for some reason, and he gave me a grenade. Cool. So I thought I'll save these grenades because they kind of make a bigger explosion, which means more of the world comes together. It saves you just aimlessly shooting all the time. And I don't even know why you need to aim. There's no need to use your offhand to aim the gun. And then I basically gave him another wedding ring because you can let him pick what he wants from the inventory of stuff you collect. Why you collect any of this, I don't know. The main story seems to be you're a military guy who hasn't got the bollocks to shoot people. Right? Which kind of sounds pretty cool, but the voice acting, everyone in this game is boring and they have no emotion. It might be a translation thing. I don't know.
You still can't pull the trigger. There shouldn't be any enemy soldiers left around here, so we shouldn't have to fight anyone this time. But if you carry on the way you are, you're going to get killed. So let's go to the supply point first, and then start patrolling the town.
I was an utter failure of a soldier. I can't engage in combat. I can't even protect anything. As a soldier, even as a person, I live my life half-baked, unable to accomplish anything.
Everything about this is just disengaging to the max. Like, this is probably the most bored I felt in a VR game this year. I just didn't care for any of it, and it's such a shame because I was really looking forward to it. I like ideas that are just different. Instead of just shooting stuff to destroy it, you're shooting stuff to make something. But if what you're making is not even important, and ultimately, I was going to make like a gameplay video of it, but honestly, you just hear me sighing. I listen to it back, I'm just sighing and swearing and wishing it would stop. Oh, good. Good. Another wedding ring. Fucking hell.
Our memories to be played one more time.
Oh, everyone's so depressed. Oh, another loading screen. I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to play anymore. I can't do it. I usually write a script for these reviews, you know, to let you guys have something constructive, well balanced, and obviously the most precious thing you guys give me is your time. So I want to make sure that it's an edible slice, you know, it's really quick, no more than 5 to 8 minutes long. You get what you need and you can go. I don't even want to write a script for this. It's just not worth it. So yeah, like for me personally, Dreams of Another is not a game you should be trying to play in VR. I'm not going to play it outside of VR either because, to be honest, I don't enjoy anything about this game actually. It's just very boring, very dull. Everyone in it, it's just constant questions about nothing and people's problems, and I'm just not engaged. I'm not emotionally affected by it. Maybe someone out there will be. With the Midnight Walk, you know, a lot of people said that was a really beautiful experience and it really like hit them like in the feels, you know, they felt it, and I didn't, you know, like I liked it. I liked the story and I enjoyed the game, but I didn't get emotionally attached to it. But I knew the game wanted me to. That was the weird thing. But in this, I can't even see why anyone would be engaged in this. So yeah, that's my whole thoughts on it. Personally, I wouldn't buy it for the VR mode. It's not going to wow you. Doesn't look that great. It's very boring from a VR perspective. In fact, VR is a negative for this game because of all the loading screens, all the cutscenes, and overall, I just think stay away from it. The only reason I'm really annoyed about doing this as well is because I know we always want hybrid games, and this is a real example of how it's not done very well. They've got smooth turning in there. The gun that you shoot feels good, but what you shoot and why you shoot and how often you shoot is boring and repetitious, and there's no story that I felt attached to. So there's my thoughts. I don't know how I'm going to edit this, but there it is. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.